Hello, all my dear students. Hseb Suraj once again in front of you to help. Today I'm going to tell you about a thriller sort of story from class 12, which is The Telltale Heart. The writer of this story is Edgar Allan Poe. This story was first published in the year 1843. This story got popularity during that time. The readers gained thriller experience after reading this story. The title of this story, The Telltale Heart, means a kind of heart that reveals confidential or sensitive informations. Here in this story too, our main narrator has similar kind of heart that reveals all the secrets of his life at the end of the story. Now let me tell you first about the narrator of this story. The narrator of this story is unnamed. He is a patient of nervous disease who doesn't like to be called out mad. He is mentally abnormal person. He calls himself sane. He claims that he can do everything in a very proper way. His talks are somewhat strange too. He even claims to hear the things from earth, heaven, as well as hell. According to him, a mad person cannot do all these things in a very proper way as he did. He reveals all these things as well as his dangerous crime to the readers to justify himself sane. Later on, he reveals the story of his dangerous crime to all the readers. According to him, he used to live in the old man's house. Both of them had very fine relationship. The narrator loved the old man very much, whereas the old man also treated him very well. They were only two in that particular house. They used to eat together in the same dining table. The one and only thing that irritated the narrator much was the eyes of the old man. According to the narrator, the old man had clouded, pale, and blue vulture-like eyes that distressed him so much. He tried to avoid the eyes of old man time and again. But whenever those eyes fell over him, he felt restless and started murmuring in high aggression. He locked himself in his room and spent his time in anger. According to him, whenever those eyes looked at him, his whole body's hot blood turned cold. When these irritations reached the extreme point, he decided to commit a dangerous crime of murdering an innocent old man. To kill the old man, the narrator went to old man's room for 7 nights but vain. He did not find out old man's eyes open, the real cause of his anger, and returned from there being failure. But he became successful on the 8th night. He went to the old man's room quite stealthy, but he happened to touch the tin that dropped down and disturbed the sleep of old man. Being desperate, old man cried out, asking continuously, "Who is there? Who is there?" The narrator remained speechless and motionless in one of the corners of the room. The old man was quite panicked during that time. The heartbeat of old man was growing a bit louder and faster. The narrator got much more angrier when he heard the clear heartbeat of the old man. He aimed the beam of his lamp straight towards the eyes of old man. After seeing old man's eyes, the narrator became too much furious. He jumped over the old man. The old man screamed in fear. He dragged the old man down on the floor. He lifted the heavy bed and pressed the neck of old man with it. Finally, old man died due to suffocation. After killing old man, the narrator started chopping the body parts of the old man. The blood oozed out from the body of old man. There was no any sign of remorse on the face of the narrator, but he seemed quite happy in doing this crime. After chopping the body parts of old man, he put all those parts in a huge sack and hid under the wooden planks. Later on, he cleaned the spot spotlessly clean. It was already 4 a.m. when he finished his task. He became quite happy thinking that he had got rid of those vulture eyes. Now, I would like to present you some questions and their answers which will help you in your examination. After some time, there was loud bang at the front door. The narrator got down to answer the door. He found out 3 policemen outside the door. The policemen came there for investigation. They got information from neighbor about someone's scream in their house. The narrator welcomed them inside the house. The policemen investigated everywhere and did not suspect anything wrong there. The narrator took them to every nook and corner of the house. He even took them to the spot where he had hidden old man's body. He cordially asked them to sit on the chair. He even sat on the chair just over the wooden planks where he had hidden the old man's dead body. He started talking with them quite friendly. He answered them very carefully and happily. They even talked about other things. The policeman kept on talking with smiling faces. At the meantime, the narrator heard the tick-tick sound coming from beneath. He thought it as the heartbeat of the old man. He wanted to reduce the loudness of the sound. For that, he started speaking a bit louder. He became quite restless. He felt the sound growing and even the smile of policeman as a smile of mockery. It was quite unbearable for him to hide the reality secret. He thought it better to confess than to hide his crime. Eventually, he confessed his crime in front of 3 policemen. So this is all in all about this thriller sort of story, The Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe. And the most important questions related with this story are here for you. Thank you for watching this video. We'll meet again in my next video. Until then, bye bye, take care, and don't forget to subscribe and like my videos. Thank you very much.